Hey there guys, and welcome back to UnJaded Jade. Firstly, I just want to touch on what being productive means. I think especially in this study tube world, it can kind of get lost in meaning and just used a lot to signify like doing work or spending a lot of time doing work. My own definition of being productive is doing the most you can with the time you've got and getting the same number of tasks done but with less time. So it's kind of working smarter, not harder. I don't know about you, but I would rather not spend 10 hours on Saturday doing some revision. I'd rather spend like the morning doing some revision and make it super effective and productive, but get everything done to the same extent that I would if I spent longer doing it. In order to get knowledge to go into your head long term, you have to revisit the knowledge at kind of set intervals in your memory lapse. There's this graph which I'll insert over the screen right now, but it basically shows how your memory deteriorates, and all these little dips in your memory are when you should test yourself again, revisit the knowledge, go over your flashcards. Quizlet is a great platform to just retest yourself quickly on things that you need to remember. There's such a tendency to cram and to spend so many hours on one day doing all this work and then back off for a few days and not do as much work. And I think it's better if you can make it more of a habit and a routine to do a little bit of work every day and revisit things more frequently. So instead of just learning it short term for a test, if you revisit it quite frequently but just to a lesser extent, you're more likely to embed it in your long-term memory. And then you end up spending less time revising it in general. Number 2, and this is for the people who love to procrastinate or just find it hard to focus for long periods of time. I made a video ages ago and it's called the Pomodoro Technique. The idea is you get all your work ready, you know exactly what you want to get done, right? And then you set a timer for 25 minutes. And during those 25 minutes, you are entirely focused on this one task that you have set for yourself. You're not allowed to go on your phone, get distracted. If other people come in and start having a conversation with you, then you would have to start the timer again. So you have 25 minutes of pure focus, actual productive time to get stuff done. And then when the timer goes off, you have 5 minutes to like have a break, set up whatever you need to do next, just chill, eat, talk, whatever. And then you can repeat it and do another set of 25 minutes if you want. Number 3, and this goes along with the idea of focus, and that is get rid of your distractions. It sounds so cliche, but you know what, that is for a reason. Like, get yourself an app that will literally block social medias for a period of time if you need to go to that extent. Get your airplane mode on, put your phone in another room, put it downstairs, just don't have it in your peripheral vision. Or alternatively, I genuinely do find that a real-time study with me to have that on your phone is so helpful in making your time productive, because you can't use your phone because like you've got this video of someone else studying, like playing on it. You don't feel alone because it feels like you have a study buddy, and also you know that you only have to revise for like a limited amount of time that you set based on how long this study with me is. Not to completely plug that, but yeah, I do have some on my channel if you would like to watch those. Tell your family that you're getting some stuff done, your friends, whatever. Tell the group chat that you're not going to chat for a few hours and then just go and get stuff done. Otherwise it's so easy to spend like 10 hours revising, but because you were on your phone for so much of it, it wasn't actually that productive what you were doing, because every 2 seconds you'd be like messaging a group chat and then trying to come back to a task. Number 4 is the revision technique that you use is so crucial. Do something with active recall. You can revise for like 5 hours reading a textbook if you like, and you know, sit and highlight, and if you enjoy that, go for it. But in all honesty, productive studying is where you don't spend that much time but you learn the information just as well. And if you're learning things actively, that is where you're learning. I have a video on my channel about blurting, which is in essence where you pick a chapter, pick a topic from this thing you're trying to learn, and with no notes or anything, you write down everything you can remember from this topic, like describe all the processes if it's science, write down the dates for history, everything you can remember, and then you go back with your notes and you compare the things that you forgot, and it instantly identifies the gaps in your knowledge and makes you realize whether you actually understand something if you can go and write about it. And number 5 is either to-do lists or a time-to-time schedule for the day. Do you know what? This is a defining feature in whether I use my time productively or not. I think the thing is, when you are setting a timetable for yourself, you are reducing the resistance to revision, because you eliminate that moment where you have to choose what to do. If you're sitting there like, oh, do I revise this? Do I revise that? Like, oh, I don't know, or I can like watch Netflix. If you have all those options, you're really unlikely to like do the stuff you need to do. Whereas if you set up the day and you're like, oh, from 4 till 4:30, I'm going to be doing pages 62 to 68 of this geography textbook, you've literally eliminated all the resistance. You just know what you need to do and you can just go and get it out and do it. You can do it the night before, you can do it early in the morning to set up the day. You can do it just when you come home from school and like set up the afternoon. You know you've got a lot to do. Just make your life easy and schedule it a little bit. And the more you do this, the more realistically you'll be able to work out how long things will take you as well. And bam, you're more productive and you're using your time effectively. In all honesty, this is how I managed my time during A-levels to still maintain the parallel life of having this YouTube channel and being head girl and volunteering and A-levels and all these things going on. If I hadn't worked out how to do the school stuff more productively, then I wouldn't have been able to balance the other things in my life and still have friends and still have a social life. And there is so much demanded of you as a young person. So I really hope that this has helped in some way. Please don't feel stressed if you feel like you're not doing enough, because a lot of the time you probably are and you're just stressing yourself out that you're not. Equally, if you know you're not doing enough, then right after this video, instead of clicking onto some random interesting thing in the suggested feed next to this video, I challenge you to put your phone on airplane mode and to schedule something to do right now. I hope you have a lovely rest of the week. Thank you so much for being here. Please give it a like if you liked it, and yeah, bye.